Okay, you guys, look at that. I'm on time and I'm on. Hi, Muffin Top. Okay, let's see. Set this right. Mary C., how are you? Um, Welcome in, you guys. Hi, Liz. Um, I'm good. I'm okay. Hi from Ireland is really a safe place to be, actually. Um, Nowhere safe, right? All right, GH White, welcome in, you guys. Sorry about yesterday. I definitely wasn't in the mindset to go on at all. Um, I know that there's always really bad things going on. And hi, Colleen. And many of you listeners and my subscribers are affected by much in your life that's going on in this world. And it's just some days are just a little too much, right? And when that happens, my spiritual self, it just shuts down, and I can't force myself to go on. So whenever that happens, hi Marie. Whenever that happens, I just don't go on because it's not going to be good. Nothing's going to come forth. It's going to be jumbled, and it will suck. So welcome in. Today is a great day though because I have a really good presentation that has been preparing for now almost, I say, like 3 days. And you're going to hear some noise in the background here, but these noises, hear that? I'm pulling the stems off of these almost dried roses to crush them and work with them while I'm doing this live. It smells so good. I'll show you these roses when I'm done with the presentation. I have 4 of them already spoken for, but I'll probably have maybe 4 more, and I'll only sell 4 of them from this live. And what I do is I take these dry roses, peel apart these pebbles. I wonder if I should show you right now let's see. 1 second. Okay. Will that show? Oh, shoot. No. I've got to get rid of once these pictures come off, I'll show you what it looks like. The photos I'm going over are part of the introduction to get me going in the right mindset. So anyways, I'm pulling these little roses apart, and I'll show you what it looks like towards the end. Come out and play with us. Yeah, it's cute. Get ready to rumble. I love that. So I wanted to start with this photo, and about maybe 4, I don't know which one it was, maybe 3 or 4 lives ago, maybe I want to say 2 or 3. In my live, I said, the fairies come out. The fairies come and take the boxes or something. The fairies come out. And I said it, and the only reason I brought this up before, the only reason I recognized that I said that was because I always listen back to my own live. And I listened back to my lives so I could see and hear if anything came through that I didn't know about. And that happens. People, many times when someone says, if you're clairvoyant or you're medium or you're just in tune to spiritual self, whatever you want to call it, there's different ways of expressing who you are, right? What has happened throughout my life is I'll say something, and then someone will be like, what did you just say? I'll be like, I didn't say anything. And I really did say something, but it was a message to that person, or it was something that needed to be said in that moment. And I don't recognize I don't recognize every time I do that. at all. Or I'll hear something that someone says next to me, and I'll be like, what did you say? And they'll be like, I didn't say anything. That's why I listen back to my own lives to see if I recognize a message that comes through from the spirit guides, right? And one of them was the fairy. So why I called this one click your heels 3 times. I think this is the same one. I mean, I've put off the lie for so long. I don't even know if it's still called that. Because of that. And it brought me to this photo. This photo obviously needed to sit with me a bit in order for me to get my presentation pulled the correct way and the way it's supposed to be pulled together today. And that's what I did. And this photo here comes from Writing Up Church. Now, everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. It's all for the sake of the missing children, and everything I say, people's names I bring up, has nothing to do with them. Again, I always say don't give a shit about Writing Up Church. No offense, Ryan. I don't. You obviously have great music. You're an amazing performer, but I don't know you, and you're not part of my conversation other than when your channel shows me information that helps the missing children. And that's what happened. A message came through and it told me about clicking your shoes together 3 times because the fairy is going to come take you. So what that showed me was that somewhere in the SUMMERWELLS Missing Children story, somewhere in there I need to implement within this documentary that I'm doing, that they get tricked. They get tricked thinking that a fairy is going to be helping them. Now, everyone knows, anyone that has watched me from the beginning, let me get this photo up, saw a presentation that I did on the people internationally. And internationally, I came across a photo that was a fairy. And this fairy goes into these rooms, and the fairy actually had the same gems as the little children had. It looks like this. Let's see if we get this over here. Wait, let me open this up. Okay. Let me crop this. So right here, this was one of the photos that I used to show this fairy. This was a photo that came from the group that went internationally. And the group that went internationally also was the same group that was on Michael Vaughn's boat. Michael Vaughn's father's boat. Michael Vaughn's father's boat. And that's how I followed this international group, because they had a lot of information that was super important to the story of the missing children. So when I heard my spiritual self talk about the fairy, I went back and I opened up my international book, as well as went to go find where I heard Ryan Upchurch say, just click your heels 3 times. Now, this fairy here was covered in leaves, right here. Let me see if I can paste this over here. This fairy that showed up was covered in leaves, and it was a very strange situation going on. But it gave me confirmation and information that I needed to help tell the children's story. Right? Now, we don't care who this person is. What I care about is the story goes international. The story doesn't just stay here within the States. The information that this group has given me is really, really big. It showed me that this went into the waters, and this is where it goes to. It is all connected. Now, all I know is the fairy is going to be part of the story. And these children are being told that they're going to be going to the Never Ever Land. That they're going to a place that is safe and beautiful. And it doesn't exist here. It exists in the land that's not here. And that's how they come up with the Never Ever Land, the fairies. This here was showing me and giving me confirmation. These shoes and all of this crap that you see here, this is what they see. They know this goes on. The children recognize this. Those symbols that are on here on the leg and all this stuff with the shoe and shit that's on the bottom of the shoe. This is all the child's story. So when I heard myself say, the fairy comes, or something with the fairy in the box, I pulled this girl who's attached to these leaves, and look at how the leaves are attached to his head. You see that? Look. I've showed you photos like this, you guys. This here is connected right here. You've seen that before. You've seen that many times before. Then I went to Ryan Upchurch. Ryan Upchurch, one photo, one video, where he clicks his heels 3 times in the construction area that I got all my photos from today, was a massive message. Massive, you guys. He clicks his heels 3 times, and I'm going to show you what he's clicking next to. You see this yellow bag with these little hearts? Here are the hearts, metal piece, heart, bag with the yellow. This is Michael Vaughn's vigil, where I kept that yellow bag for a very, very long time, waiting. The yellow bag with the stuff in it, waiting to match it, waiting. The information in this video of Michael Vaughn's vigil matches the smallest of finest details in the video where he clicks his heels 3 times. This is the video where the horse shows up. That little piece right there shows up. Oh, interesting. I took it out. Robin and that girl had that. Interesting. Wait a minute. Robin. Wait a minute. Let's see if it's in here. I took a photo. Let's see. Robin Lane was in a video with this lady. Shit. Let me see if it's in here. With this lady, and she has that piece of equipment with her. This thing right here, the white with the yellow and the red, right next to her head. I'm like, God. And I took it out of the presentation because I just didn't want to bring her in for some reason. Let me see if I have it here. I want to say the girl looks like from Shay's place. The lady looks like she's from Shay's safe place or something. And I'm like, oh my God, that piece of equipment is one that I see all the time. But I took it out because it didn't make any sense to keep it in. Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, it wasn't part of the story. You know, I don't care about whose face is in there. It doesn't matter to me unless I could tell the story. Well, now that I see this in Michael Vaughn's, now it makes sense why I had that there and then I took it out. Because I don't like to make it about that, you know, they'll be like, oh, I don't understand. Why are their faces here? It makes no sense, and it made no sense. Let me see. It's not in this file. There's Michael Vaughn. I'll have to find it later, or I'll have to put it in my next video. Yeah, I took it out. Because truly, it didn't make any sense to me until now. Until this very second. Huh. Anyways, it's that right there, and that is a really powerful piece of element. And this is what could be seen right there. This that's with that bag. Oh my God, it's that head. It's like that, it's the equipment. Shit, I can't believe I took it out. Well, it's a photo with Robin Lane and that Shay's Place lady, and they have that right in the photo with them. And I'm like, So this is what a lot of my presentation is on today. And it just happens to be the part of the story that SUMMERWELLS wants me to share today. And what's coming through is this here, this location. Let me try to find Michael Vaughn. This location of what's happening in this particular situation at Michael Vaughn's vigil. I want to say at the vigils, it's here. These vigils are where they're told to click their heels 3 times. Oh my God, you guys, all of this is in my presentation today. I'm opening up Michael Vaughn's stuff. Oh my God, wait, you guys. See how spirit works? Let me show you something. Page number, and I put this in there. I'm like, I hope I didn't take it out because I was going through it saying, oh, I have too many pages, you know, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to tighten it up. I shouldn't do that, and I know I shouldn't do that. See, clicking the feet is page 13. This thing is in here too. Oh, please, I hope I didn't take it out. I'm looking. Okay. Please be in here. Shit. Wait. Come on, be in here. Oh my God, wait, I'm almost at the end. Shit. Ah, it's in here. Okay, so this is at page 88. But what you see here is this. This was in Cracking Case's video. And I'm like, I know this. I know I've seen this before. I know I have seen this before. That, and that's the number 5 box. That, see right here? This thing right here is the box. Wait. This here, oh my God, that's crazy. See how things work? Let me grab it. That right there is this. This thing right there is that right there. That is exactly the same thing that is at Michael Vaughn's vigil. See this? That's the same thing. This and this thing are, both of these are at the vigil. See? That thing right there on the left-hand side is this. Wow. Now, see, now this is where this is where, remember I just said I start with certain things to kick it in. So that little spidery thing on the bottom, that has that little spidery thing, I'll circle it. This here this thing here, the legs, is this thing here. And this is the long ago I said this is Michael Vaughn and Summer Moon. Like I said that this is Michael Vaughn and Summer Moon at this vigil. This is all the same vigil, you guys. And these two kids were here, and I'm like, that's Summer and Michael. And that was after I said they're together. But this is what shows up in this video with all of this information. And now, a year and a half later, the boxes and whatever else you see here is the same. So all of this stuff I just showed you comes from Michael Vaughn's vigil. Oh my God, Rumpel, the school bus is a huge thing in today's presentation. So this all comes from the video that Ryan Upchurch did where he clicked his heels 3 times. Now, does it have to do with Ryan Upchurch? No. It has to do with the fact that that is how spirit works. So if you guys pay attention to your every day, you're given information and you're given gifts of information that make you stop and help you guide yourself in your life, right? Happens all day. You don't have to be, it's just what it is. And I know that it has to do with these missing children, right? And this is where I found that most of my information has always come from. So anyways, this is Summer Moon Wells. If anyone doesn't know, June 15th will be 2 years. Now, Summer Moon Wells is the one who has opened my eyes and my channels to helping give information in hopes to help the authorities, right? This photo here comes straight from Don and Candace, which are her parents. Her parents happen to give the clearest information, as well as some other channels. But Don and Candace's Facebook, their TikTok, their Instagram, whatever the hell they had in social media, in the beginning, back in January 15th, gave us the clearest information. So you guys are looking at this photo, and what I did in the beginning is I was kind of guided on what to keep and put to the side, like grab that, grab this. This is what we see. We know it's important. And when I say we, I'm talking about spiritually. Okay. I didn't ask for it. It just happens. Okay. So one of the things that Candace and Don did, the way that they put their shit together, was anything that was under their name, and even with all the other channels, if you guys want to go look for elements, don't dismiss the part that's under the words or dismiss the part that they have shit going over it. That's where you want your the most information. So all the way to the left-hand side is Summer's number 5 box. This is her number 5 box. It always has been, it always will be. Let me darken this here. Brighten it. Contrast. Okay, contrast. Let me put it where it's up correctly, standing correctly here. So this is Summer's. Now, I know smart enough that the green shit over there is just Summer's box covered in green. I don't know why they covered in green, but they did. This here is her box. That's not much different actually than what I just showed you from Michael Vaughn's information. Remember I said those are the boxes? Those are the number 5 boxes. When I saw them for the first time, they looked different ways until I was understood that the number 5 maroon part doesn't change. That they may want to cover it up with green. They may want to cover it up with all these ridiculous colors. I know the number 5 box doesn't change. It stays the same. The maroon 5 stays the same. So here's a perfect example of what I just showed you guys. What you see here in the green and this is exactly what I just showed you here. That maroon in there is the number 5. All they did over here is make it green, and all they did here is make it white. These all resemble this is this, and so is the green one. The green is just showing you, I don't know, maybe the green is a different phase. But the kids in general have shown me to follow the maroon color. Maybe that's because that's what they see all the time. They don't see deep fake. They don't see the other colors. They don't see what's going on after the fact. So when I saw this maroon with the green, I pulled it aside, but I know the kids see the stuff that's inside. I don't know what the box is relevant. I just could get information. I just get information from the children, and it's their box. I have 627 videos. You've got some homework to do. But each child Reapers does get their own box, and it winds up sticking and staying with them. And what I also have been told is the people that know about these boxes show them off. They show them off. It's the people like Candace. So here's Candace in that video that says, have you seen this child? This was from, I'm getting a lot of information from Shay's Safe Place. It's a lot of information coming through there. Shay's Place showed this, and that's why I'm like, doesn't anyone notice that Candace is holding up her daughter's number 5 box? What Candace is also holding up is what's in maroon. Many a times they like to hide their elements in the color maroon, thinking that no one knows how to brighten and contrast a photo. Well, that's all I do with your frickin' photos, Candace, so give it up. This here is what's on the side of her number 5 box. Now this here, let me point it out. This here is like a stick with like a dragon's head on the front. Now, those who that are new will be like, well, who the fuck cares? There's a dragon's head. What does that mean? That maroon thing in maroon, because they like to surround it by brighter colors so you don't see it, is an element that matches all the way down to John Wayne Gacy, Amber Alert. This here is the same thing as what's between these two sticks. That there is telling the same story as SUMMERWELLS. Now, I have so many different, wait, where's that thing? Different pictures that show this maroon. This one comes from John Wayne Gacy's photos. This one is SUMMERWELLS. John Wayne Gacy has all of the same elements as what we're doing here. All the same. SUMMERWELLS maroon box was showed in green the same way that Candace decided to show everyone her maroon box. I wanted to bring, and I can't get rid of that box top. The heck? Won't let me. That little box on top. Let me see if I could get rid of it. No, wait. This one up here I can't reach. This photo here I want to throw in because I know I have a lot of new listeners. A lot of times when I say elements to you guys, if you've never seen them before, are going to look so freaking strange. They're not strange. What they are, they're cookie cutters to all of the same sacrifices. I call them sacrifices because that's what they are. These sacrifices which are being told to you that they're murders and no one knows what's happening to them. And they were, completely stabbed up, killed, this, that. And then they say they either drowned or no one knows what happened. Well, this is what happened to the ones I follow. This is where they go. This is where the sacrifice is. This here has all of the elements that I show. Now, they're not very clear here. I could show them to you clearly, but anytime I bring a photo up, there's a teeny little red or green number 5, it's there. There's something that has a yellow orange head, or there's a number 5 with a blue box. The information that shows here in this video is the same information that carries through every case that I follow. So, for instance, everyone thinks that this was the fake Madeleine McCann. Yeah, probably was towards the end. Right? But in the beginning, this was someone that went through the same sacrifice. They shut her up really quickly. This person that they used went through a sacrifice who was really telling the story. And then they shut her up really fast. The machinery that I always talk about is in the back. Let me show you. These are called critters that you're looking at. They're like number 5s. They're different shapes of heads. The machinery that I tend to point out never changes either. And it's the shape. It's a cookie cutter shape that stays the same. Now, again, this isn't the best. This isn't the best, but I'm showing you there's the maroon, the green, the white, number 5s between the machinery there. So it's really not the best to show, but it's something for you to understand, to look and understand how I got what I have, right? That this here actually shows all of those little critters and information. And, you know, this, my presentation today shows all of this. This here is showing you a particular photo from John Wayne Gacy case. And they show the same sticks. I'm not just saying, oh, look at the sticks. Wow, they have sticks. No. The sticks are cut the same way. The sticks are created to lay the same way. All you do is you have to either flip them upside down or right side up for them all to match. These sticks are the same sticks that we find in the doorway of SUMMERWELLS. Kylie Rodney's frame doorways, when she stands between the wood doorway, the wood frame. It hasn't changed. And then the maroon part in between is just as significant. You see, in the Ryan Upchurch video shows me the equipment in the ceiling. To the left is the equipment that sits in his ceiling. Now, the equipment that sits in his ceiling matches the equipment that I show in my pictures. That piece of equipment is sitting in this underground area as well. That piece of equipment is the first one. All I have to do is, let me turn it, is turn it. Wait. You see which way? Here we go. Is turn it. So anytime I say something, they all match up. Now, this is a horrible example, but the equipment has all the same elements on it. So here, the equipment has the heart, the heart, the heart. This is summer. These are, I'm pulled in videos from years and years ago, from footage that we don't know whose it is. It's from decades ago. I'm going to show you whose footage I believe it is. I haven't even turned this into the authorities yet, because it's really meant for someone who follows very famous serial killers information, because I believe this is from one of the very, very famous serial killers' family's photos. And I got it through a family that I follow. But the information across the board that shows up in the ceiling in his videos matches the equipment, even the number 7. So it's what, forget this is the number 5, but the number 5, this holds the equipment. These are the pieces. So if I were to crop some of that from Ryan Upchurch's ceiling, any FBI agent or someone who knows what they're doing in the law enforcement could obviously see that this matches right here. This here, okay? The one in the middle is from a very famous, allegedly, one of the most famous serial killers, which I'm going to be showing you in a minute. And this is our Summer Moon Wells, where I believe this is Summer at her killing. Now, why would this be on her neck? I don't care if someone says, oh my God, it's not a match. Why the fuck would this be on her neck? And why is it on the neck of a child that is going through the same thing in the middle, which I believe is a famous serial killer? And this is on Ryan Upchurch's fucking ceiling of his brand new house. Do you see how it all comes together? Do you see how I went to the video that has click your heels 3 times video? Brought me to the theory, and it brought me all the way to this information in order to pull it all together. I couldn't do this yesterday because my brain was so messed up from the word mass shooting and what happened that I couldn't free myself up. Now that's my problem, right? Those are my issues. But this is how we do it here. And the elements, they just don't change, you guys. They don't change. What you see here to the right is from John Wayne Gacy's video. He intentionally and purposely puts those hearts hanging from the critters. Just like what you see to the left, which I believe is from a very, very well-known. I'm going to show you pictures of his face in the video, and then I'll show you pictures of the well-known murderer that I think is him that I got off of Google. But these elements go all the way back. Now, for those of you that don't know, John Wayne Gacy's family lived less than 2 miles from Grandis Hare's family. Those of you who don't know Grandis Hare is Candace Bly Wells's mother. Candace Bly Wells is the mother of Summer Moon Wells. So Candace's mother grew up within 2 miles of John Wayne Gacy. You see, these are all matches. And these come from videos that I pull all the elements from, and they're coming from the same creators. All the same creators. This is Summer Moon Wells and her mother. Now, when I say that the deep fakes and the cover-ups, what they really do is they tell the story beneath their deep fake. Now, we don't know who put that in Ryan's video. We don't care here. We don't care. What I'm saying is what they're showing to the left is the exact same information and story they're trying to tell you on the right. They may talk in code, but once you figure out your elements, you have your storyboard. And it's right here. The information that shows in Ryan Upchurch's ceiling in these videos is the story. Sorry to say, but again, it has nothing to do with him. I'm not talking about him. You guys, I'm not. He's just never, ever, ever acknowledged the fact that this stuff is in there. You turn this way, you could match this up all day long. There's your heart. There's your smiley face. There's your 5. There's your 7. Everything is here. And everything that you see, ooh, I hate when that happens. Sorry, guys. It's like oof. Like, I hate when this happens, and I like when it happens. It took my breath away. Here, Summer wants me to show you this closer. That's a match. Wow. Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you, Justice Coming Soon. That just happens. It hits. And what it's saying is we may see it, yeah. Whew. We may see it this way, but she sees it this way, but knows what the equipment looks like beforehand. This heart on her eye, imagine that this is a face. Watch. So this is Summer's face. And that's her eye with the heart. The heart's on her eye, you guys. That's what happens. So this is the way it's supposed to be. I turned it. Oh my God. This is the way it's supposed to be. You guys, this whole presentation is coming together. Oh, wow. I have it turned this way in the next photo. All right, let me keep these here. This is the way it's supposed to be. This matches up with the Idaho 4. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. It's funny how I put these. Okay. This is Summer. This is Summer. So see that triangle? So it's this one. The heart's not on her head, on her eyeball. The heart is down there. You see how these are the same? They're like doorways. These are doorways. These are doorways. These are doorways. Let me find the Idaho 4. So funny how I took photos out because I'm like, oh, what am I doing with these in here? It's too long. That's wait, I have to find the photo. If I don't, I may have taken out of this, but I could find it. Wait. Not in that one. Oh. The Idaho 4 with the guy that's in the room. Come on. I am just took shit out. Well, it's the photo of the guy who does the video. And he shows himself with that square thing on his neck. Just like that. It's the same thing. That's why she had me stopped. This here, I'm bringing this in now early because the next slide, 10, this here to the left is Amber Alert. To the right is a video that comes from these families that I have followed all the way back, like years. Like I followed them back years. And they have these just crazy ass videos that to me helped set up the equipment just like that Michael Vaughn did. And this guy looks just like Andrew Hilt. But what I'm showing you here is these are two separate videos covering two separate things, but Amber Alert's drawing gives the same information as the guy's drawing on the right-hand side. Now, let me get closer so you see a closer view. This is what's on this shirt of the guy that's holding the number 5 keys. I believe this is another video that shows the beginning of how this equipment started. But throughout the video, the drawings on his shirt change. The guy in the video with him that's making the equipment also appears in Amber Alert's video. I'm going to show you that. But these drawings, what I'm being told, help with the placement of these little things that they're placing. Now, I don't know what they are, if they're little bones, but they're placing pieces of the children. They're placing pieces of them. This is Amber's birthday drawing, but you could see some of the kids, they're like in the hole and some aren't. Some go in the hole and some don't. The one that's in the hole, let me crop it, is the one that has the clown hat on. The other ones do not. This one has the clown hat. You see? Yes, they're drawing the game. And this game has been drawn on this guy's t-shirt as he holds the number 5 key. See how this looks? These are pictures from John Wayne Gacy, and this to me is how this is placed in the ground. I think that if the authorities could take this as an understanding that this is the map, there is a map to where these pieces are. See this? Wait, let me crop it. This here is how John Wayne Gacy shows it. These are pictures of his. These are photos. I just turned that upside down. See how they're shaped like in a corner? There's always corners. There's always something in a corner. Always. There's heads in corners. But all they need to do is put it together as far as if they were to say, okay, this is the corner of so-and-so's house. This is where we found 32 bodies. Well, let me tell you, if you went to the other corners, you'd find more. Go to the corner that has the little head in there. Go to the corner that has the 5. The 5 and the A. They have not stopped doing this. This hasn't stopped. They're telling you where to go. That is John Wayne Gacy to the right. He has that same spider in his eye, just like Don Wells and Summer showed. And to the left came from Benny Keys. That's supposed to be his son. Well, that's not his son. It's not his son. What I do know is the equipment connected to whoever that is a Summer Moon Wells missing child. The equipment that shows here, the letters, the symbols, the heart, the silver, is just as I'm showing you in this presentation. See the face? There's no difference going all the way back to John Wayne Gacy. Let me brighten John Wayne Gacy's up. What is going on today hasn't changed. See that? I already showed you the hearts on John Wayne Gacy. Do you think it's a coincidence that he lives less than Well, it's 1.8 miles or something like that because I drove it. That's not a coincidence. To me, that's where I would start my investigating if I was in law enforcement. I would go right back there. I brought this up so early, but we already talked about this. This is how it was. I just turned it the other way. Click your heels 3 times. And this is where you'll go. John Wayne Gacy's photo is to the right. Ryan Upchurch's construction is to the left. And this is all the way up in the ceiling. There's the equipment clearly. You could see the hearts. You could see all the way to the bottom left-hand side. You see the information a little darker. But I just showed you how all of this matches. Less than 2 miles, Crystal. Less than 2 miles away. That is a little too close for comfort, right? So let's turn Ryan Upchurch upside down. And that's a lot of times, like I showed you guys the picture of Molly Golightly before she disappeared. She's not even Molly Golightly anymore. I told you, I don't know if she's a man or woman. I have no idea. I don't give a shit. But she had this behind her as well. See the number 5s in the dark back there as well? And like there's faces. Look at the equipment. It totally matches. Look at the heart. The face. You know, as time goes on, this stuff just gets clearer and clearer because they just probably assumed I'd be done with this shit by now. They did not expect me to still be here. They did not expect it at all. But I'm here. This here is the dark. That's what's up here. Cookie cutter perfect. Cookie cutter perfect. I'm just showing you different angles so you could see that these aren't photos that are deep faked or covered up or stuck in here. They're really clear. Extremely clear. Notice the little dollar sign that's up in the sky. You know, there's a lot here. And they're just elements. That's all they are. And they're elements that tie everything together. This is up in the sky that he's showing. It's a dollar sign. Thanks, guys. So, these are the pieces of equipment. And they're consistently in wood, in construction, new construction. They're between wood planks. And this is where they sit and this is where they hide. This is where the main trophy goes. In order to find it, they have to dig for it. They need to dig for it. Candace Wells, Bly, whatever she wants to call herself, is showing this. They're using Candace's face over the victim. This is what the victims look like. Ryan Upchurch is showing you the equipment that's being used. His video is. He isn't. His video is showing it to you. He's showing it to you. Let me grab some of these pictures. So, anytime I use an example to say, hey, this is the room. This is where they're getting sacrificed. This is what it looks like. It doesn't change. It's not like just because I show a different photo, it doesn't mean I forget about the ones that were shown a few days prior. They stay the same. So as you're looking at this and you're looking at Ryan Upchurch's, that could easily be this. It's the this guy's holding the equipment. See that triangle on the bottom that looks like a phone? He's holding this same information. This person's head on the bottom is just a cover-up for exactly what's going on with Candace. Doesn't change. Just because I show a different photo doesn't mean anything has changed. This here, if I turn it upside down, let's see, Idaho 4, I'm going to turn it upside down so you guys could see how it looks like what's in the ceiling. Wait, right. Okay. So this is Ryan's to the right. This is the Idaho 4. I turned it upside down. See the triangle thing? Like it's number 5. Let me turn it the other way. Okay, so it looks better this way. It looks better sideways. I can't tell yet. This is right side up. Or we'll keep it right side up. This is the Idaho 4. This is the same conversation as this. It's the same conversation of what's going on over here. This is just a different screen. But that's that. The picture over by Candace is more like this one because the V's on it. There's just different clips at different times of the video. This is a different clip. This is the same video. This is just a different clip of the video. See the face on the top? Same thing that's happening to Candace. Same thing that's happening here. Same thing. See the face on the top with the heart? See that? Do you understand that this is the Idaho 4 and this hasn't been discussed? Do you see how that heart, and I said, this is Ernie's, and they're the same. There's someone in the back here with the same freaking heart. This is Ernie's phone. This is the Idaho 4. They're the same. They have all the same information. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know who's fooling who. Let me brighten this. So this, they always have the corner, right? Someone always is dying and getting placed in a corner. So you could see a corner here. So this is what I mean by corner. That the white thing is a corner. That this here, let me point it out. This dude here is the killer. Here's the heart. Here's the heart. The killer is standing in the same spot. Here's the metal piece that goes across. Here's the metal piece that goes across. This is the same frickin' person. It's the same person. Same person. The same situation that's going on here in his fake roof. Is it happening in his roof? No, but it's in his video. It's the same information. And Candace here is just being used as someone who's being killed. Look what's on her eye. What's on her eye here is the same thing that's on her daughter's eye. Same thing. So, you guys tell me. Why would someone look at this video of Candace and not see her eyeball is covered just like her daughter? This, you guys, this stuff isn't being hidden. It's just not being talked about. That and that are SUMMERWELLS missing children. They both are. And you tell me that they have nothing to do with it? No way. No way. Look at Candace. I was trying to find this. I finally found it. It's that rake. And I know that in day one, a rake was a big thing. Like I kept saying, I saw 3. It was like a rake with 3 claws. And when I saw this next to the tree, wait, I have to tell him I'm the line. I'm like, that's the rake. Now the photo to the right is what I got from next to the tree. The one to the left is from Benny Keys and Jody Sue Brown. But to me, that's the rake. And I know it had 3 claws. This is the other thing that was in Ryan's video out front of the house. These white things that they make into critters, I call them. Some of them, I could match them up perfectly and they have the same, they're shaped the same. I don't know really what he wants to do with this stuff, but these are the SUMMERWELLS missing children's information. These things show up throughout the different cases. This one is Arden Papillon. At Arden Papillon's, she has a gun facing the Paw Patrol. Now, a lot of my stuff here, it doesn't get a lot of traction, but this one is the Paw Patrol with the number 5 on it, and this is Arden Papillon's mom, or maybe someone else, I don't know, but this is Paw Patrol. That's a gun that she has in her hand. And that's Paw Patrol with the number 5. The 5 is upside down. But this is very significant. I see the hearts. I mean, I see the story here. But you know, these things are shaped differently. Like here you have, to me, these were the same. The one to the left was from the guy up in Utah. And that little critter guy is something that I will never forget. This is Ryan Upchurch's is to the right. What you see as far as critters and whatever is Benny Keys. But they show these, they're like just like that. That's was found in Fender Farm. Right in the middle of the farm. But they're trophies. If you see these in videos, they're trophies. And these are the number 5s. I know I showed this the other day, but I need to bring this up again because this comes from the Dana that they're looking into her murder. I don't know. I think they probably got off. Brian Kohlberger's parents were subpoenaed to the Supreme Court about her murder. And this is the door cam, but the door cam shows all different information. Shifter or something. All different information. And the information that it's showing here, I want to show you matches the cases I'm following. So all of a sudden, the Idaho 4 and Dana's ring video has the same information. And it's all the information I'm covering here today. That is SUMMERWELLS. I know I put this up there earlier. I brought this up to show you how I have found a couple different channels that just show all children, and they show all the children, all different children with the same elements, the same information as the cases I'm following. I find it very interesting. I put this in here because I really need to keep both of these faces. As I'm looking at the photo of the fake Madeleine McCann, the man's face that's coming up in the background so reminds me of Jose Roman from SUMMERWELLS case. Let me contrast it for you and crop it so you could see. It's definitely, it was in here before, but I didn't say anything, but look. This looks like him. Right, see? I layer it so you don't see her face. Right? Looks like him to me. Anyways, so these are the wood frames. I'm bringing the wood frames up because they're coming up in a few more of my slides here. The wood frames have never gone away. This is a must in every situation. In any case that I follow here, these wood frames must show up. Now, the ones that you see here, 3 of which are from, all of them are from the Wells, but a lot of the photos I have of that same wood frame, it changes. The wood changes, the frame changes. So you may look at it from a distance saying, oh, I don't know, I don't see any change. I don't know what she's talking about. When I look for change, it's within the wood pieces, because the wood, part of my story here is it gets changed out. The wood, the plaster, the bricks, all that shit doesn't stay the same. It gets changed out. So I know I'm looking for that. So here is the Wells. Now, the other photo of the Wells is taken from the same video, the same house, the same situation, but the difference is, wait, let me bring this up. I'm going to contrast it so you see it a little bit more. The wood changes. It totally changes. Different sizes, different pieces. This is supposedly the same door. See? Whoops, wait. This here and this. Different wood. Different pieces. Different information on the door. But it's the same house. When I showed the underground, that underground area, and like this is the photo from the underground and this is where they go, they also have their own wood frame, and this one is theirs. Wait. This one is the one that comes from underground. Same concept. See the 3 faces on the front of the door? It's in green, but they're right there. This is the entrance to the underground. Pretty crazy, right? Put them all together, they don't look any different from each other. And these entrances, to me, are holes. They bring you to where the kids need to go. Like, once they cross that door, they don't get out. That's it. That's the one-way in door. That's it. What closes behind them cannot be sniffed out by smell dogs. It closes up, and it's gone. That's what the doorway to me looks like within the houses. To the left, obviously. To the left here is from Dylan Round's video. What I'm showing you is all they were showing you throughout Dylan Round's video is that Dylan was taken for the same sacrifice. He's part of the same group. same information. Same information. Dylan Rounds has his maroon number 5. Same information. And that's Benny Keys' door behind him. His door changes. So this is the dude from the video that shows the equipment. Now, I wonder if I could get a close-up of his face. Oh my God, he looks just like Andrew Hilt. I don't have his face up. Wait. Nope. I'll find it. But notice the keys. When I say that someone gets the set of keys and that there are a set of keys, this is what I mean. And this video, I have gone through it before with you guys, shows it shows this equipment. I think it's showing people being shown how. To the left was the equipment that I found in Madeline McCain, that guy who they have right now looking into that he took Madeline. But my last video, you guys will see what's to the left is the equipment that was in his car under his front seat, passenger seat. And to the left is from John Wayne Gacy. Now, John Wayne Gacy's videos, here's a picture of it in the car. Here's a big photo. This is the guy from the Madeline McCain case. And this is what I believe, this is what's in his car. It's the freaking equipment. And to the left, to the right is straight from John Wayne Gacy's video. Well, that's what these victims look like. It's what they look like. And no one, this dude has so many documentaries and videos and footage, John Wayne Gacy does, and no one must be paying attention. Why would you be watching footage of a man that looks like that and not question it? And if you're really following, all the serial killers, blah, 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 and you know their stories, you would be able to match this shit up. It's the same. See this? This shit is on him. It's on him. I mean, seriously. It's right there. Kylie Rodney. Same thing. This is Kylie Rodney. This is Summer Moon Wells. They both have the same shit going on. Same thing. But for some reason, nobody wants to talk about it. Let's get SUMMERWELLS a little closer here and turn it. Let's see, turn her. Here. How pathetic is this that Summer Moon Wells could show lots of photos of herself like this, same freaking thing in her mouth that Kylie Rodney has. She's in the same room, and no one could seem to put this together as far as the law enforcement. Come on. This isn't a normal photo, you guys. This isn't a normal photo. She's on, connected to her head is same. See, here's the thing. When you have photos of like Kylie Rodney that look the same, what else do you think it would be? That's the equipment attached to Kylie Rodney. Let me show you something. It goes like this. Wait. Let me crop Kylie's head and I'll show you how it goes. Okay. It would be like saying, this is Kylie's head, goes right here. Right there. Right there. See? Goes right in here. Boom. In the fake car. Again, this is the guy that they're trying to peg the Madeleine McCann on, and there's his key right there on his front seat. That key is the key that I've been saying, oh, that's the key and that's the hole in the wall. That's the key, that's the hole in the wall. The guy that they're looking to peg this Madeleine McCann on is showing the same thing. Right here. Key, hole, key, hole. Benny, key, key, hole, hole. This is Molly Golightly in her fake hospital with Princess. This is in the mirror, the fake mirror of Molly Golightly's. All she's showing are the elements to this case. That there is the key that sits on here. Sits right here on the front seat. That is the same as this. Molly's showing it in the hole. Molly's showing that it goes from it. That's the hole. That's the little hole. Like she's showing it. It's the same key that Benny Keys has. That's his key. It's his warrior. Whatever he wants to call it. Really don't know. These are the keys. Benny once showed it this way. The key on the number 7 on the L frame. Here's the key in that killer's car. Christian B. It's his name. This is something I need to point out. Again, this video here is the Idaho 4. This video came from that guy who said he has footage from the Idaho 4. This here is from Christian B. Now, what I didn't show you the other day, couple things. Christian B has all these little hearts and stuff, just like this, on its trees. Oh, where'd it go? Right. Oh, it's the slide after this. I already showed you this slide showing you the common hearts. I showed you this earlier. This here, you guys, look very carefully. Shows, I'm going to continue showing how I have other photos that show the same thing. Right back here by his thigh is the maroon number 5 window. Just like this. And it has all these strings. They're showing the same information. This here is the Idaho 5. This here is the Christian B. This here and this, they're doing the same thing. The same thing. Just like this. Idaho 4. This here, this ladder is very, very significant. Here's the deal. This ladder is the one that's next to the bus. When you mention the bus, this is the bus on the Wells property. This scene here, to the left and to the right, tell the same story. Exactly the same story. Exactly the same story. So, literally from the bus between, where's the, oh, here it is. Between Christian B, that they're looking at him for the alleged murder of Madeleine McCann, all the way to the Idaho 4 video and to Benny's video, you're really looking at all the same information that brings all this stuff together. See that little critter in the back? The little red thing? That's not a mistake. That little red critter should never show up in this video. Unless there's a reason. Oh, there's a reason. That's the critter that I found in the guy in Utah. Same freaking critter, just flies around the video. Yes, under the cop, you could see the ladder in both the Idaho 4 one and the one to the right is from Christian B, the Madeleine McCann. They are both climbing a ladder. Now, notice this. This is the Wells property bus. In the case that I'm following, that I believe that the guys look the same, there's a bus involved that's on their property as well. There's a bus involved with this other case that I started looking at. Let's see if it's the name. think I have it in here anyways. So this is the bus. I want you to notice these few things. Right here. This one. This one. And the gateway back here. This changes to maroon, and there is a maroon door that goes back. This photo that was in Cracking Cases video, that Cracking Cases is showing the property, this is really significant. It really is, because I'm thinking if this was the bus, this situation, the color, the pointy things, a hidden doorway, I think this would have been discussed. I think this would have been newsworthy. This would have been newsworthy. What's back there would be newsworthy. Where the back of the bus turns to maroon, and then there's a gateway. Crop it. Here's your gateway. See? The bus turns to maroon, and there's a number 5 or something back there, and that's not woods. There's no woods or trees. And notice these. I think that's pretty significant. So when you look at the photo to the left, to the right, and I just showed you the bus, look closely because I'm going to flip the page. This picture to the right with the police comes from the Idaho 4. The picture to the left is the bus in the back of the Wells house. Same thing. It's the same thing. We know that's not what the bus looks like. Well, that is Cracking Cases showing that that's what it is. And I have no idea what's in the corner down there, but something's not right with this. Same thing. It's the same thing. This is from Cracking Cases video. That little chipmunk face matches SUMMERWELLS. This is from Cracking Cases video. What shows in Cracking Cases video that's hanging from the bus area on the ladder hanging is the same chipmunk face that SUMMERWELLS shows in one of her very, very last stages. This chipmunk face is critical. These match, you guys. These match. No one's asking why. This is the bus on the Wells property. Now, look at the windows and all those pointy things. Look in the windows and how those pointy things and things have shifted. They just tell a different story. Same video. It's just a different story. We didn't have all of those before. We didn't have all of those pointy things before. There's a lot going on. There are many critters, much information. This is the SUMMERWELLS Missing Children's story. This is it. This here are the critters that match SUMMERWELLS in the other cases. So just critters. And this information changes as the video goes on. Again, to the left, Idaho 4, to the right, that Dana Smithers video. Thank you, Muffin Top. Yes, Christian B's ceiling turned upside down is, it might even be in here. I just brought this back in to show those that didn't see it. That is, the one from the right comes from Ryan Upchurch, and the one to the left comes from that Dana Smithers video. Why did I put these together? Oh, that's Candace showing her boxes and her information, her critters. I put this in before, and I pulled up like apples to apples photos. This comes from the Christian B's video about Madeline McCain. And in his warehouse, he has that number 5 box, like a branding box to the left. That little number 5 box shows up. Here to the left is from Michael Vaughn's days of creating and building this machinery. And to the right is that I just showed you, I believe is the instruction video. But where's the picture? Where's the video? Where's the branding thing? Wait. No, I do that. It's like out of order. Hold on to that one. So this shows the same number 5 boxes, the same element. The A is hanging on the bottom of the keychain, and the information on his shirt changes. To the left is from the Michael Vaughn days, where I believe that's where they built this equipment and did the fundamentals to place the stuff within the earth. Here I'm showing you how his shirt just changes information, and what his shirt is showing to the left is the story of the SUMMERWELLS, Idaho, for all those kids. his shirt shifts. Wait. Sharpen it. See? It changes to tell the story. It's a little house. A little swing thing. And his shirt does not look the same over on the right-hand side. So the guy to the right that I showed you in the video that they're showing how to use this equipment, to me seems to be the guy that's in the video of Amber Alert. I feel like it's the same person, so I have to put that out there. Here it is. The picture I just showed you guys of this box, this branding box, and it's held by like a poker. This is found in Christian B's warehouse. Okay, this here is Madeleine McCann, and to me, she's holding the same box, and she's also holding a little head on a box. How no one noticed this or sees it, I don't understand. I mean, think about this, you guys. Look at that. The one to the left is Amber. The one to the right is John Wayne Gacy. Amber Alert video, if you turn it upside down and you really look at the maroon part, all that they're showing you is her story. Let me crop her mom out. She's telling the story of her sacrifice. Really loud and clearly. But if nobody pays attention to the elements and that there's a story to be told, here, there's a lot of elements here. I've got a few here. They're never going to put the puzzle pieces together. It's the maroon part that I'm looking at. It's the same maroon part that is in the one to the other side. Don't look at the face. Don't look at the greens. We see that all the time. Let me crop it. But to get these cases and these murderers and these stories, to get all this matching information, it's not coincidence. Like, this is that. The one all the way to the left is Amber Alert. This one is John Wayne Gacy. They tell the story the same way. Same way. Oh, those are the green little heads. Yes, that are found underground. And there you go. Those are the poker, the number 5s, the number 5 boxes. Madeleine McCann is holding it on the right. And here's the number 5 in the Christmas, the place where they make the Christmas trees. This number 5 here It's the exact same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same number 5. Here, I'll give you closer. The next photo's closer. See? These are the number 5s that sit in these rooms. And that is the same thing as what they have Madeline McCain holding in her hand. It's the same. Sorry. Now, both of these photos come from the same video. Both of these scenes are showing you Grandis's RV. I've shown this information before, but I'm gonna show it whenever I'm going through videos to prepare. I'm gonna show it as often as I can to show you that no one has ever seen the real RV unless you've walked on their property and have opened the front door of Grandis. We don't know what's true or false, because every time they show a video and every time they go backwards to show her place again, totally different. As if it's a whole different location. As if it's a whole different location. You hear what I'm saying? They show different locations, you guys. There's no way that it changes this much. They're completely different RVs. They're completely different locations. They have different cars that they did a real shitty job trying to make them the same. Real shitty job. There's nothing about these that are the same. You know, the funny thing is most people really wouldn't notice unless it's pointed out, right? Like that and that are different. Sometimes you have to put it next to each other. They're not the same. And nor are the cars the same. I wanted also to go back to this. This is Arbania Papillon, Arden Papillon's mom. This is another grouping of photos that I kept, and as time goes by, it definitely shows more of the truth. And I believe Arbania Papillon is showing her daughter's sacrifice. Because when you really look into these photos, it's really showing how she was sacrificed. It's showing truly a ton of information. A ton of information. This photo reminds me the same as this. Now that photo there to the right comes from Eaton, the neighbor of the Idaho 4 video. The neighbors of the Idaho video that he's a flamethrower shows sacrifice in his window. These are the same, this is the same information. Arbania Papillon really left us critical information that is needed to pull this together. Her interview and her information was so solid. That's why I think she was gone. I don't know if I know they say she died. I don't know. But the information that she gave us, look at. I just showed you this on Summer Moon Wells. Right? I just showed you this on right here's on Summer. This here is what's on them. This is this. That's what's on these John Wayne Gacy murders. This is what I've been showing. These are the videos that come from the family that I follow, that I believe that this information is showing information on the Candyman killer. That's who the big killer is that I believe that's behind these videos. They're the Candyman. This here comes from his videos. There are videos that I found on YouTube. No one has looked at them. No one has seen them. Other than in so many years, 15 views. I believe that these are videos that come from those murderers. This guy helped the Candyman murderer. They killed over 28 people. And they think maybe there are 30 more. This Henley guy helped lure kids in. And then this Henley guy then killed the Candyman murderer. This is the picture that was up there. It was the picture of a bus and a photo of all of these weird things. If you look closely, look at what they're showing in these pictures. To me, they're showing nothing more than the story of the kids that were murdered. Let me show you. When you zoom in, piece by piece, they are showing you this man's equipment. This guy, you guys, is something Horowitz, the Candyman killer. So what I'm telling you is this is the same information as Summer Moon Wells. This here is the equipment. That's the equipment. Look. These pictures, look how they want you to think that it's one photo. These are split photos put together. I'll show you where they're split. Right by this little teeny arm right here. Whoever put these together, this is the split. Someone put two photos together. You know why? Because they're showing the equipment. That's why. This is the equipment that I am showing you today from all of these cases I have mentioned thus far. Wait, let me contrast it. Show you the 7. Look. Equipment number 1. There's the 7 on the equipment. You can't tell me that this is in his fucking back room waiting to, you know, this is the equipment. Look up the Candyman killer. He has the same information. He has the bus. Turn this thing. I mean, this is the equipment. And it's not even covered up. It's right in a photo that they created because they put these pieces together. There's your number 5. Right there. It's the box. Pink baby face. I mean, seriously. This is embarrassing. Kylie Rodney was holding that big stuffed animal with the heart on the eye. Do they not realize Kylie Rodney was holding one of these? But, well, of course not, because they don't want to say it was Kylie Rodney at the party with the Idaho, with the Beastin Bunch. Are they actually trying to ask us who the baby is in this picture? This baby is in a bad situation. The baby is in a bad situation. It's half a baby. Fucking joking. So here's the equipment that I call the equipment that showed up at this bonfire. And let me show you how that equipment matches what I just showed you. What's at this fire is the same thing that's here. See? That's up there. So that is the equipment, just as, let me just bring one piece up here. Just as whoops. Just as this is, it's the same. This and that white piece that's at the bonfire, these are the same. And that's the same on in all the photos. That's the same piece of equipment for those that are new. That I say is in the car of Christian B. That is this. See? That is this. The equipment itself doesn't change. Doesn't. So this is now the bus. So I showed you the other picture of what they took out of storage, which was here. That's the equipment. Here is the bus. This bus is no different than this bus. This bus is on the Wells property. This bus. See? The bus on the Wells property shows every piece of equipment. All they're doing is showing it in the windows and the doors. And every time you pan in a different way, you get different equipment. They just have to show everything. So in those windows are these pieces. These pieces are in the windows. That's what it looks like. So if in fact the authorities want to get wild and crazy, all they need to do is crop this shit, copy and paste it into every element that I've shown, and you will have, I think, enough information. I mean, here, I brightened this up. Look at this photo. There, you can see it better in the windows. I brightened it up. That is equipment. Look under the bus. You guys, everything is under the bus. Everything's under the bus. You guys, everything is under the bus. No, I'm serious. I have to flip the bus. Holy shit. Oh my God. You guys, look what's under the bus. Everything is under the bus. Look it. There's the doorway, the number 5 door. You guys, that's the whole setup. Oh my God, that's the whole setup, you dumb motherfuckers. You guys are dumb motherfuckers. Oh my God, really dumbasses. Okay, well, this is the setup. I'm probably laughing all by myself, but let me show you something. So I know for a fact that my next live is going to match all this dumb shit, you dumb motherfuckers. I just showed you half this stuff tonight. Look at, there's the doggy face. Look, I just showed you most of the stuff. There's the number 5 boxes. There's the heart. It's all here. It is all here. It's under the bus. It's under the bus, dudes. The answer is under the bus. Wow. Oh my God, you guys. This is underground. This part is underground. The bus is above it. You guys, this is underground. It's under the bus. I bet you that it's also under the Candyman killer's bus. Look at that. It's under the fucking bus. It's right there. Those are the doors. I mean, look how they change. He even has the number 5 in there. 105. You guys, the windows tell different information. Each window tells different information. Do you see how this could be one person's machine? See the number 5? This one's white. It changes. Look at the windows keep changing. So this is all the wells. Here's a different frame from a, see? Look at how the information shifts. From maroon to red. Those are maroon, white. Oh my goodness. That's Cam. But it's just, this is from his video, doesn't have anything to do with him. So this now looks like there's two, now this looks like there's another bus inside the bus. You see this? See? Okay, the bus is the answer. The bus, under the bus. Under the buses, under the bus. Wow. You guys, they're really telling the story. Those are the number 7s in there. You see them? All right, so these are the bars that look like a 7. This is where I get the 7s. No, these are just the bars. Okay. These are the bars for different people. They're not the 7s. I'm supposed to listen and not make up a story. Okay, so these are the bars. That is the bar. Okay. All right, guys, have to hang tight now. This is where the fun begins. That's the bar. Let me show you what bar. That's the bar that holds the machine. Okay. And that's why I always see yellow bars under it. Okay, so this what's in there. And the only ones that are going to know I'm right are the people that are fucking doing this. This is that, but it's this part. It's this part. This part is this part. And then they each get their own machine in there. You see, this that each window, so this represents each window. See how the story comes together? And this is this. Okay? So this is what we see in that front window. Very fucking cool. Oh, this is really cool. This is what we see in the front window. See? That is when you see it with the machine. And once, oh, they take them from this bus. They're taking that number 5. This is what it looks like, empty. No, this is what it looks like. This is really what it looks like. Those are the number 5s. So just the front window's ready to go, you guys. The front window. The front window there. See? See the number 5s in the back? See how they don't have a filler? They're just like number 5s. Maybe do they back the bus into an RV and connect it to go underground? It's very interesting because I definitely do believe that when I see this stuff, I'm always seeing a car inside a car. You know, like how they're showing us here a bus inside a bus. Like, I think they take the guts out of these things and they're doing it where no one sees it. So if there's a bus inside a bus, they don't have to move the bus. That's why they're telling me it's under the bus, to go under the bus. So if you have a bus, and I know it sounds crazy, but it's quite smart if you don't want anyone to see you're moving a bus. You let it go down underground, you move it off property because they have these tunnels, and then you move it and you go and you lift it out somewhere else. You lift it once it goes off the property. It lifts right into the street, right through the tunnelways. And you could do that. It's like probably quite easy for them. But it's showing us The equipment is in the bus, in the windows. Muffin top, they definitely transport in a shell. They definitely transport without moving anything that we see. It goes under. This shit's going under. Every window's different. And throughout the whole video, it changes. But not only does it change, you guys, it's matching all the elements I just showed you. It's matching the Idaho 4 phone. It's matching the L's, the 7s. It's matching everything. It's not just showing us information that, oh, this is a bus. It's showing to me confirmation that the elements completely match up. See, because what we're seeing here in the windows are different stages, different pieces of the equipment, but they stay consistent with the story. It's not shifting. It's not shifting. See how back there's a 5 in the window with the sticks? It's right there. Here, I'm going to circle it. It's here. It's right here. And then another one here is coming up. It's just different presentation. It's the same. Here's the 7. Here's the different part of the presentation. Each window, I could probably match up really nicely. This is all the Wells house. But notice how all of this stuff is showing up back here. The door now looks totally different. See? The windows. This shit's under the bus. And the only reason I went back to this bus is because that Candyman killer has a bus. That's what I just showed you. Look at the windows, how they're speaking. And they speak obviously through element talk. The windows are so different with each. I didn't even notice that before. Look at how the windows are so different from this photo. Let me take this one. To this photo. See the doors here and here are so different. No, see what I mean? Like most people, let me show you something, wouldn't notice it unless it was pointed out directly. So they're moving the maroon, green, and white boxes around. It's definitely the bus, you guys. I am putting it out there. 110 positively the bus. So you may think it looks the same, but it isn't. It isn't. See, this is one way. The colors are moved. There's the they're just placed differently, and they're not the same. Here, look at the top little windows. Wow. Now look at the back windows. Compare the back windows here to, let's grab the first one, to back here. So obviously we have different situations at different times, because this is the same bus. See? Different parts of the situation. They're telling a different part of the story. But we've seen all this. All of the photos are different from each other. Like, just a minute ago, it was all of these. These. And then there are also these. These are nowhere to be found in the window. Different situation. They're telling you the story. And this is the story that's being told, is what the kids want me to tell you. So this bus, I'm writing my documentary, this bus needed to be shown to me tonight. It had to be shown to me tonight because this is such a critical part of the story. It's a critical part. This bus is a critical part. Look at that. Wait, let me let my dog out. Hold on. Want to go out? Come on, little one. Come on. Hey, go downstairs. He's coming down. Hello? Go. He's coming down. When it's still online. Look at that. Oh, now they go crazy. Cookie house. So back to this I showed you earlier. But I bet you when I go back to these windows, I'm going to be able to match this stuff up to the windows. Or else, remember I said when I got on, I said some of this stuff just didn't make sense to me and I just kind of got rid of them. Now I understand I shouldn't have gotten rid of them because I said it didn't make sense. And I'm really supposed to wait until it makes sense. So now I know the ones I got rid of, now I got to go back and find them. Because this is now going to match up, this stuff's going to match up to the bus. And it's just going to all pull together. Who let the dogs out? See the white number 5? This here, every window in the bus is going to match this stuff. All together, all from that same video. Do you guys remember that video that I talked about and they weren't really paying attention because it really had nothing to do with them? Cracking cases and what's her face? Allie? Cammy, I always forget. She like bitched me out. I'm like, oh wow, that's so interesting. And then I razzled them so badly they had to like go offline They're arguing about it, and he told her not to mention me, and she mentioned it, Cam and Allie. Remember that? And they had to go offline. They were like bickering, and she's like, "Oh, it just really gets to me." I'm like, "Wow, it wasn't even about you. Like, I wonder why that got to you so much." And that's how I knew it was really important. I knew in that moment it was like super important, that video. And this is all from that video. And again, it's not about them. I don't know who's who. Yeah, I don't know which one, but it was the one the same night as the one that I did about their video. That's all I know. Here we go with the killer. Here we go with the killer that has the bus. This, I'm going to show you how I believe I have their videos. This guy is the one from the Candyman murders. And the picture to the left are the videos that I believe match his family information. I don't have a name to the colored video to the left. I don't know whose those are. They're anonymous. But when I look at the photos of the people in the videos, they look like he's the Candyman killer, you guys. He's a very well-known serial killer. The bus that I showed you and that information in the beginning, not the beginning, the bus I showed you and this comes from the guy who he lured two men in, two boys at the time, young boys, to help him lure the kids in and murder them. This photo here is what they found at this person's, Henley's mother. Henley's the one that did these murders with him. He actually is the one who wound up killing this Berkowitz guy. This is who has the bus. Okay? That is his little sister on his lap. And to the left, I believe they look the same. Now, the photo shows stuff on his head, but the photo is so bad. But I have more from the videos. The videos I have are complete pornography. They're horrible. They're disgusting. But I've been trying to figure out whose they are. Now, that just got John Wayne Gacy to the left. Okay, let's just forget he's in there. This guy that is holding the stuffed animal is a well-known serial killer who I'm showing you, that to me matches these videos and pictures that I have. Look. I showed you guys these videos a while ago. This guy, to me, is the same person. I think I have his videos. Now, I can't prove anything other than the pictures. His videos show the women with these 5s on them. And that woman actually looks like him. But this is from the videos. The videos are completely disgusting. See how that guy on top, his videos, his mouth is, they have shit. They're completely abused in his videos. I believe that they're his videos. So anyone who knows, anyone who does these stories, they should email me, because the information is the same as SUMMERWELLS Missing Children, as well as John Wayne Gacy, as well as the Candyman. See, this information here comes from the videos. This is the same number 5 box and the same stuffed animal. Look. This is his stuff in the videos. How is it that the videos could have all the same information? The video is to the left. This other guy is to the right. These are murderers. I think that these videos need to be matched up to these people. Because I don't know who that is to the left. But these are well-known serial killers to the right. They have the same face, but yet the video is showing disgusting shit going on. This guy's from the video. This is all from the video. It shows this going on in deep, dark place. And when I could get a picture of the faces, they look extremely familiar. So that's what I've been trying to do, is match their faces up. And it looks as if their faces, what I'm saying, match up to well-known serial killers. I don't know who either one of these people are here. But it all comes from the same source. This here is from John Wayne Gacy's video. John Wayne Gacy himself. You guys, this is what SUMMERWELLS case is. One's green, one's orange. It's either green or orange. But there's no difference between these photos, you guys. The green one, this one, want to know when this one comes from? This one is June 15th. June 15th. From Jody Sue Brown's video that she's trying to tell us she is videotaping the helicopters going over the Wells house. That didn't happen then. It didn't happen the night of June 15th. This face here from SUMMERWELLS on June 15th is the exact same thing, an element that stays consistent, and this is John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy. And the same as this stuff, you guys. When I say elements, and this is for those, when I say elements and critters and cut out, pieces like this, they show them anytime they can, whoever is speaking the sicko language. But this is what showed up in SUMMERWELLS' video from June 15th of Jody Sue Brown. I just said this is the same video that she said she is video recording a helicopter going across. Okay? This was the same video, sorry guys, that she got this footage from. It's pitch black. Pitch black out. Same video. But it's these elements that stay consistent. This photo is from Don Wells at the carnival. This is Don Wells's that I kept from the carnival. The carnival. Put that right next to this that is Jody Sue Brown's on June 15th, the night Summer went missing. All I gotta do is turn this stuff upside down and right side up, and you have the same story. This is telling the same story. All of this. All of this. This Don Wells carnival is telling the same story as Jody Sue Brown night of June 15th. Nothing has changed. They have the same cookie cutter pieces. Do you know that to the left is Quentin Simon's pool? Quentin Simon's pool. And to the right is Eaton, the first little boy who went on a milk carton. Now, they really missed it because the information that it shows on this aerial shot of Quentin Simon's pool is very significant. Right here is a main number 5. Here's the A. Here's the face. Here's the 5. And here's the head in the V. So I would think that there's a part of Quentin Simon within the cement of the pool. That's how I read this. That's totally how I read it. Here, it really shows. It like shows you like if the elements were paid attention to and taken seriously. Let me turn this. The clues are like right there within the elements. Like, I think the placement of these little trophies are right here in the elements. See? There's the face. Oh, wait, I have it upside down. Shoot. Let me take this one. So here, to me, is the A-frame. So what you see in the middle is exactly what they're showing next to it. Like, let me show you. This here is the same. So this tells me there's more than one child here. That's what I'm reading. that there's more than one person that passed with Quentin Simon. It wasn't just Quentin Simon. This is what I'm getting. Allegedly, right? Because this here and this here, and this here is the stick. This is the stick that I didn't see any of this before. That Kylie Rodney had on the beach. This here is a stick. This is a bone. Child screaming. That the sacrifice took place in the pool. This is a reading. I mean, it's all allegedly, obviously. That the sacrifice took place here in the pool, and there were 3 of them. You guys, I'm just giving you a reading. Here's the number 3 with the L. There's 3 of them. Yeah, this is a major location. This is, wow. This is okay, so this is what I'm getting is this is the same thing as what I have in John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy's this is from his profile. This is what John Wayne Gacy's looks like. What I'm being told is this is John Wayne Gacy's, that this should match up with this. Like, same. It's the same. F1. This is John Wayne Gacy's from his house. Oh, they're F5. This is the cookie cutter. This is from John Wayne Gacy's information. I'm repeating it out loud, you guys, so I'm trying to get it right. See how he has a hanging. This I'm supposed to match up to Quentin Simon's house right here. It's the same thing. This is from Quentin. This is all John Wayne Gacy's. I actually have it on the next. Look at. I didn't know. I wasn't doing this to match. I was doing it as an example. This is John Wayne Gacy's. This is Quentin Simon. So what I'm being told is this is John Wayne Gacy's. This is somewhere in this backyard. This is the same information. So John Wayne Gacy's house, you guys, had like these different maps and stuff, and it says, oh, this is Whose pool is that? That is Quentin Simon's house. The little boy Quentin Simon. When I see stuff like this, I'm like, that's how you could find the people. So as I'm going through John Wayne Gacy's, this is one of his corners by his house. I'm like, this is well mapped out. Like, is this, did they find them in here, or is this waiting to be found? This is a corner. Oh, maybe I have to put it against the corner. Copy here. If I turn it, so if it's corner to corner, see, this is the stuff that I think left corner of the pool. This is how they will be able to find the victims, because they're not all like put together. They're not put together. They're like pieces. This is the corner of the pool. Yeah, there's an A there too. See that A in maroon? That's the corner of the pool. So I'd have to find the A. Oh, here's an A. So this is John Wayne Gacy. So there's the A here. And here's John Wayne Gacy's A. See, it's right there. So it should be right under it. So, like if I were the police, I would dig right there. Like literally dig the pool right there, where it shows you to dig the pool. It's showing you the head it's showing you where. You see that? I'm going to have to map this out for later. It's showing. See, this is his. This is John Wayne Gacy's. It shows you where the rest of the people are. Obviously, allegedly, but this is what I'm reading. I don't know where, but that's a 7 hanging. And it's the same information, but obviously done differently. That's the corner. That's the corner of John Wayne Gacy that I just showed you this way. See? He made that. Just like that. Wow. So I know that I will be, this bus thing will be my priority for my next live. The elements of the bus. This. In this video that I have. because this shows a lot, and it's what's under the bus. What's under the bus. Yes, the A is matching. And that's probably right there. It's showing you Summer's swing. It's coming out of the net. Wow. Look what's going on here. Wow, wow, wow. You guys, that will be my next one. The wheels on the bus go round and round. I'll be doing the bus as elements to elements. All right, you guys. Well, that sort of wraps it up for today, and that's a lot. I'm going to have to listen back to my own shit. And it actually looks like she's sitting on a bus here. In the back of the bus. I can't wait to do the elements only. It's going to be on next live. You guys, this was wonderful. I thank you so very much. This was amazing. Thank you for being so great in the chat room. Yeah, it's a lot. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's a great way to support the channel or become a member. And definitely it looks like we have good thumbs up. Let's keep them going. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so very much. God bless you guys. Stay safe. And next time I come on, we're gonna do the wheels on the bus. Good night, guys. Thank you, Muffin Top.